thing with these online technologies, they're kind of amazing and they're kind of janky as well. Kate and I are sitting here and we're both going, "What are we what? Normally it goes 3, 2, 1, go, but today it just went go like that."
Yeah.
So do we
Hello.
go? I think we should wait for the 3, 2, 1. All
I
right.
think let's go.
MAGFAST Live. I'm Seymour Segnet, the founder of MAGFAST. With me, Kate Canal.
Hi.
And it's good to see you again. We're going to cover. Kate's going to go with something to do with MAGBucks because there's been a huge. I mean, thank you so much. Like, we've completely lost count of the number of people who are using their MAGBucks. One or two people needed a bit of help with it. We're going to go through all that. But I just wanted to say that I'm taking a break from preparing a really important presentation for one of our partners in developing the new products. We're super excited about how all of that's going. I always feel very frustrated when we do these, Kate, because there's like so much stuff that we want to talk about, and we can't talk about all of it, kind of in public until we're kind of ready to talk about it in
Yep.
public. But cool stuff coming along. I know people have been asking. People who missed the investment round earlier in the year, they've been asking about that. We'll have something to announce about that before too long. Quick shout out to Matthew and Tatum who come in on chat and said hi. Thank you guys for joining us, and whoever you are, wherever you are, thanks for being a part of this. Yeah, the new products are exciting. If you missed the presentation we did earlier in the year, and we'll do a revised one soon for you to take a look at. And I think you'll, I know that being a part of MAGFAST involves a great deal of patience.
Yes.
We don't take it lightly. But probably the most patient person involved is with me here in the room, Kate Canal. Thank you so much, Kate. All right, let's talk about the MAGBucks. This is the way that we have kind of brought the company back from a very difficult period earlier in the year. It's a key component of it. I say new partnerships and tough decisions are part of it as well. But the way that we're doing our best to do right by everybody who's been supporting us all these years is the MAGBucks. And just the business of, because we've been around for a few years and all these different systems. I think I spoke about this before. If you run a small company, you just have data in lots of places, and we had enough data in enough places that it's taken, frankly, a lot of work and a real genius, Amanda Matthews, part of our team, to pull it all together. But this is now has been done for several weeks, and everyone should have has got their MAGBucks available to them, and many people have been using them. I think the vast majority of people have been using them without incident, but a couple of people have questions. Kate's been monitoring this closely, and is going to keep is going to update us on that now. So what's going on, Kate?
Yes. So first, if you haven't seen your MAGBucks for any reason, check your email. We emailed everybody who got MAGBucks, and in your email you will see a personal link to your settlement page. So if you click on that, you'll see how many MAGBucks you have, and you'll see the links where to go to how to use them. And right on that page, I did a 5-minute video showing you exactly how to use them and what to do. And
all right, so
I feel like it was a good video.
So let's recap. So Kate just mentioned settlement page. Okay, so this is the page where what we've done is this is why it took so long to gather all the data together. We've been through all of the last few years, analyzed everything that's been shipped. I forget what the number is. I forget what the number is. It's a crazy number of things that have been shipped. 80, 90,000 items shipped. Not enough, but a lot. We've been through all of that. And then for anything that you had pre-ordered but that wasn't shipped, you get MAGBucks. So this settlement page lists, and God bless you. I mean, many people have quite a few orders, right? I mean, the people with the most orders, God bless you. I mean, I don't know where, but many people have more than one. So any order for which something wasn't shipped is listed on this page, right, Kate? Yeah.
Yep.
And it shows the name of the product that wasn't shipped, the highest ever retail value of that. So you almost certainly paid much less than that, but the highest ever retail value, and we've doubled it, and that's the number of MAGBucks that you have. It's all detailed on the settlement page. Yeah.
Yep. So that's your settlement page. That's in your email. If you can't find it, please look for it first. If you can't find it, you can always reach out to customer care and they'll help you. So the two main questions we're getting from a small number of people who are having trouble with their MAGBucks or just have questions about them in general is, One, where do my MAGBucks go after I redeem them but don't use them? And two, why aren't my MAGBucks working? And there's a perfectly good explanation for both of those. And spoiler, your MAGBucks are working. You're just doing it wrong, but that's okay. I will show you how to do it.
The customer is always right. The MAGBucks are working. We just haven't made it quite easy enough.
There we go. It is our fault.
We have to take responsibility for it. But I do want to say a word about that. The thing about operating an operation like this is, if you did this in the past, you would have to build everything yourself, and it would be extremely expensive. One of the reasons that the internet is such an amazing place for small businesses these days is that there are companies like Shopify, they're the kind of big game in town that we use, that provide all of this e-commerce infrastructure big enough to handle, the biggest companies on the planet, and also able to handle much smaller operations. We're somewhere in between, but it means that they've got, I don't know how many engineers Shopify have. It's certainly hundreds. It may be thousands working to make all of this stuff incredible. But it does mean that we're on their system, so we don't control absolutely every part of every experience. And MAGBucks, we've done, it's what's it called, like a plugin or an app that goes with Shopify from one of their great providers, and we're using it to handle MAGBucks. But we don't get to control every screen and every part of the experience.
Yeah.
If we did, they've done a great job. But we'd make a couple of changes to make it easier for you, but we're not able to do that. So Kate's going to guide you through, within the constraints that we have, how to make it all work.
Yes. So,
and I'm not interrupting every time she speaks. It's not as if I'm going to jump in and speak every time. So you could go right ahead.
You're not interrupting. You're adding color and context to what I'm saying.
That's what it is. It's color and context.
Yes. Philip, so I shared my screen if you want to go ahead and show that. Thank you. Okay, so here is my MAGBucks page. It's my demo page. I don't actually have MAGBucks, but here's my demo page. And so the first question people have is, once I redeem them, so you go down here, you choose which one you want to redeem. Once you redeem it, so let's click redeem, and then let's say, oh, you know what? I don't want to use it right now.
Can I add some color and context, please? So I think we need to just, for folks who are new, we just need to situate, like, how do you even get to this page, right? So
okay.
The email will give you a link to your settlement page. That will link you to here, and you're going to need to log in here. And on the settlement page there, it shows, and we're kind of, Philip, I think we want to try and keep the screen share big on screen so that folks can see it, please. Thank you. Yeah. So here it says, hello, Kate. And I think on there it says the email address, right? Where does it say the email address?
Yes. Your MAGBucks settlement calculations for then your email address. And so if you scroll down, here's my lovely video that I made. I really, really suggest you watch it. But then it says, if we found more than one email for you, we've consolidated everything under this email address. So this is whatever is on your settlement page is your primary email address. And that is the email address you would use to sign in. You're going to click right here where it says redeem your MAGBucks. And
we get it, by the way. Others, what was it? The Away Travel Company who we love. I've got 3 accounts with them. So we do understand that multiple email addresses happen. We've done, to make this thing work, we've condensed them all into one. So we've picked your most recent email address, I think, is the one that we've typically used. The one that you used most recently, we presume that to be the one that you want. And so if you've got more than one with us, we've condensed them all under this one address. Yep.
Yes. And since I'm already logged in, you won't see exactly the same thing. But if you click on this link, it'll take you to a sign-in page. And then you'll sign in using that email address. And if you don't remember your password, you can click forgot password, and they'll email you a password reset link. So, and then it'll take you to, after you sign in, it'll take you to this page. You'll probably be at your dashboard right here. And then all you got to do is click on MAGBucks program right here. And if you're on your phone, it'll be these menu items will be scrollable along the phone screen. So it's just a little bit different, but it's still very, very intuitive, I guess.
I just will say, one of the things about doing a kind of a live stream like this, it's kind of, I mean, Kate's there, she's sharing her desktop screen. The chances are you're watching this on your phone, so you've got a tiny little postage stamp with it all whizzing around.
Yeah.
Just trust us. These screens are good. They're clearly laid out. Once you're
Hmm.
doing it yourself, I promise it's going to be nice and easy. You'll find
Yeah.
that it's really easy. On the screen now, it doesn't look super smooth and super easy, but you'll find that it is
Yes.
both super smooth and super easy.
Yes. So again, the video on the settlement page, it shows exactly how to use your MAGBucks step by step. So this is just kind of, I'm just kind of going through this quickly. And of course, customer care also has written step-by-step instructions if you would prefer that. So assuming you already know how to use your MAGBucks and you just had a few questions, you come here, you redeem one of them, and then if you say, I don't want to use it, where does it go? So it reduces your MAGBucks up here. As soon as you click redeem on any of these, your MAGBucks up here will be reduced. That does not mean that they're gone. They're not gone. All that has happened is they've been put here under my reward. So if you saw a little bit ago, before we sidetracked a little bit, I redeemed a $15 store credit. So that is now.
She means before we colored a bit. So that's what
Yes, before we colored in context. I redeemed a $15 store credit. So that is now right here. So when I want to use it, all I have to do is copy it, and then I paste it at whatever checkout you want to use. So the one that we use here, let me back up. The best checkout that has all of our special deals is this one, which also is. I'm going to go back to the settlement page now. I'm trying not to jump around too much, but there's a lot. So, so I'm back on the settlement page. Right here, where it says special, that takes you to this page. So this is our best offer selector. It's where you get all of the best deals. It's the most up to date. So I highly recommend you use your MAGBucks here if you're going to use them today.
And as I say, I mean, we've lost count. Countless people are doing this.
Mm-hmm.
There are these. Look, we're fortunate that amidst all of the challenges of the last couple of years, this cable is absolutely sensational.
Yep.
You know, I mean, it is. We believe it's America's highest rated. If you have them, you already know you adore them, and people love them as gifts. So, and they're in stock, and you got lots of MAGBucks. So
yeah, they'll ship right away.
They ship right away. They ship from the where is it? It's Post Falls, Idaho, I think is the name of the town.
Yep.
So that's sort of, where is that? That's fairly close to Seattle. It's like a hop and a skip from Seattle. So it takes a couple of extra days to the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
But man,
it's still not long.
Yeah. I mean, I still give them as gifts today, and people just love them. All right.
Sorry.
I was just saying, just earlier today, I gave one as a gift.
I was gonna say that I get to work with Seymour's daughter Hudson sometimes. We have meetings and she helps me out when she can. And the other day she was talking about how you love to give them as gifts, and you get so excited to give them to people, and how her friends ask her to ask you if they can have them as gifts because they love our tables so much.
Yeah.
It was so funny. It's true though. Even my family loves them too. Everyone I talk to just absolutely loves our cables. So if you want to use your MAGBucks on our cables, this is where you'll come to do it. So the first question, what did I say?
There's a question that just came up in chat about what am I seeing in the store? PowerBrick Pro, in this beautiful packaging, is now in stock. It's only available to buy through the offer selector. Remember, it isn't available in public because we wanted to keep it just for you guys for now. So if you use this special offer selector, you can see it right there.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's a very, very simple product. It's just beautifully packaged.
I love it
Finger,
too.
all this, that, and the other. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so so I answered the first question. I just want to make sure y'all fully understand. Once you redeem, I have a lot that I've redeemed as I've been doing my demos. But once you redeem any store credit, your MAGBucks, it goes right here under my rewards, and it does not go away until you use them. So they don't disappear. They're right here, and they don't expire. So everything's good there. Don't worry about it. So the second question was, why aren't they working properly? So I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to try using this code right here. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go to checkout. So this one, this 10 pack is, we pre-select it because it's the most common thing that people want. So if you don't want it, you just click the X. But in this case, I want it, and I'm going to use that for this example. So I'm going to check out. And as a reminder, MAGBucks you can use to cover up to 50% of your order, the subtotal, because the it depends on what your taxes are, where you live. So that's not counted towards the total for what you can use your MAGBucks on. So you take your subtotal, and whatever 50% of that is, you go and redeem that code. So you would go redeem one of your codes here, right? So in this case, I copied the $160 code. If you notice, $160 is more than 50% of this subtotal, but I'm going to show you what happens when you try to use it. So I get this error. And this comes back to what Seymour was saying, is that we can't, we're looking into it, but it doesn't look like we can change this error code, unfortunately.
Well, those words that appear on the screen, and we all experience this all the time. You're on some website, some message comes up, and it's just not a well-formed message. It doesn't explain really clearly what's going on.
Yeah.
But we're seeing if we can get that changed. But we're not able to. We're not able to get it changed. Just want to
Yeah.
answer a couple of people here. Cheryl is saying, not received my settlement email letter yet. Are you still sending them out? We have sent them all out. She's also saying, my MAGBucks is showing $0, but I may have rewards codes showing below. Are the codes I'm seeing available to use? Do you understand that one, Kate? My MAGBucks is showing $0, but I have many rewards / codes showing below.
I think that means that you've redeemed your MAGBucks, Cheryl, and that doesn't mean they're gone. It just means they're under. When you click on my rewards, like I just showed you, they'll be there.
So I think it might be worth taking, if you just want to unshare the screen for a second, please, Philip, and let's just explain this, because I feel like we're kind of dotting around. I want to try and simplify the model for folks in their heads.
Yeah.
So there's 2 pages. There's the settlement page, which we completely control. So we were able to design it the way we wanted, feed from our databases, and do all this stuff. That shows you how we've calculated your bucks. That's not inside Shopify, right? But in order to use them, you've got to get inside Shopify, and you've got to log in inside Shopify. So if we've got more than one email address for you, we've consolidated everything under the one that we believe is your primary email address. So you've got to be logging in using that email. How would you know which email that is? Because it's the one where we emailed you the link, and it's also the one that shows on your settlement page, right? Boom. So now you go over to the MAGFAST store, which is provided by the Shopify as the technology provider. Right, you log in there, and inside your account, you'll see the MAGBucks section. You'll see any previous orders and this, that, and the other, but you'll see the MAGBucks section. In there, there'll be a total, and that's if you're going there for the first time, that's the total that we've given you that was calculated over on the settlement page, right? Then, as Kate said, you can say, oh, I want to spend $250. I'll get $120 back. So you click, and you then sort of convert it into a voucher you can use. The voucher is yours. It's ready to use anytime you would like. You can use it right away. But if you don't, it sits in this other place on the page called My Rewards. Is it, Kate?
Yep.
Yeah, called My Rewards. The number, in this case, 100. Supposing you had $200 and you made you redeemed 120. Now you'd be showing 80, right? Which is 200 minus 120. And if you didn't use them right away, you'd be showing 80, but you'd have this voucher sitting there for 120. So you've still got 200. It's just
Yep.
that one of them you've already converted into a voucher, and then that can be used for up to half. So it's going to,
Yep.
at its core, it's actually very very simple. Implementing it, you have to have your wits about you just a little bit, but I think you're going to find it's pretty simple when you get there.
Just a little bit. And that, so when you try and redeem a code, if it's even $5 over 50%,
If it's a penny over 50%,
yeah,
the system will kick up that stupid.
yes, it'll put this weird error message that you're seeing that says discount code isn't valid for the items in your cart. That does not mean that it's not valid for the items in your cart. It means that it's over 50% of the subtotal.
Yeah.
And
we
again,
we are working to see if we can fix that, but we don't control this page. And in fact, there are security reasons around this. This particular page is the checkout page of Shopify, right? So Shopify works with millions of businesses all around the world. So the degree to which they have you just switched pages, but if we can go back to the checkout page, the degree to which they have security lockdown on this page to stop malicious code running, to stop anybody doing anything, is very very high compared to any other part of the system. That makes it more difficult for us to improve the experience, but there is a well-intentioned reason behind making it so difficult, which is everybody's security, right?
Yes.
Shopify security, meaning everybody on the platform. Your personal security, your stuff, meaning that when you process a credit card, it is truly, bank grade security, and of course ours as well.
Yeah. So, but again, like I said, we are trying to see if we can change it, but might not.
Tatum saying hasn't got her wits about you. You have, my dear Tatum. But I know the feeling. That it feels like your wits have left you. I promise you, Tatum. Your wits are fine. They may just be like you might have to click the menu to open your wits up again and retrieve access to your wits, but they're all there. I promise.
So I want to answer a few other questions, but let me just do this last demonstration real quick, and then we'll answer the other questions in the chat. So I just wanted to show you that. So I got this error code. So what I'm going to do is go redeem a different code that I know is half of the subtotal. So I just want to show you what happens. So I'm going to replace that. Yes, I'm going to replace that with this one that I know is $120. And then now you see, I mean, this stupid error code is still there, but you will see that it removed, it took the discount. So I'm just going to cancel out of that. And then, so it worked. So the item in my cart are not the issue. It's just that it was over 50%. So your MAGBucks are working properly. It was just the wrong code, and you can easily fix that.
Yeah, and as I say, I don't know the number, but it's 10 and maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars folks have already redeemed. I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm going to do my best here. Wahida, if I'm mispronouncing your name, I do apologize. You have a beautiful name that I haven't seen before. So Wahida, you know it's you I'm talking to. I ordered the Rainbow Lux cables, the multicolored. This is the new one, the Lux Pro cables. Yes, they're taking a while for a number of reasons. I can actually show you one of the reasons right now, although we just in the last couple of days. One of the qualities of Lux cables is the way that they flex and flow in this incredible, beautiful way. It's one of the reasons that people love them. Our supplier has had difficulty in reproducing that beautiful flow in the thicker cable, because Lux Pro cables, what is it, Kate? Is it 4 times the power, 20 times the data? I mean, it's like it's a major. It's a
much
major,
more heavy duty. Yeah.
We pronounced you perfectly, Wahida. Thank you. Good. I'm glad you pronounced Wahida perfectly, apparently. Good. So the point about the Lux cables is we have America's highest rated cable, and then when we produce the not upgraded, but like the bigger brother version, or the bigger sister, it's got to be. It can't just be technically better, but then disappointing in its look and feel. So we have that now. And this sample, this is a cable sample that was now we couldn't actually source, right? Because obviously over in manufacturing land, there's all these different cables, there's all these different parts that you can source whatever you're making. We couldn't source a cable that had the behavioral characteristics. So this has been made specially for us. All right, and at last, this doesn't even have the plugs on the end. This is a sample. Look, this is a factory from the sample that arrived just within the last few days. And at last, I don't know if you can see it over here, but it has this lovely flex and movement that we've been looking for. It's all silky
Yay!
and this is the amazing one. You crunch it all up like this, and boom, it just all falls out all lovely and smooth. So some of us internally have been using the previous samples that are stiffer than this. We still love them. We just knew that we had to come to here. So well, this thing is beautiful. You're going to be thrilled with it. Now we have to place the order, and this has to happen, that has to happen. So it's still many weeks out, unfortunately. But yeah, you're going to get them, and you're going to love them. And we, as I say, we're moving now to only selling things that are in stock and ready to ship.
Mm-hmm.
This is the last of the legacy products that will be a delay in between ordering and receiving. And in the future, we might have something if manufacturing is already underway and it's coming in 6 weeks or 2 months or something. But we know the timing of it.
Yeah.
Then we might take orders for that. But there won't be in the future. There won't be any of this. Hey, we've got this amazing thing we're working on, which then takes far too long because it's just it's been too painful for everybody. So we won't be doing that again. There's a policy change, or was it Kate 8 months ago, something like that. And and that brings its own challenges with it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Lou Ann, who can I talk to about not having received everything? You're welcome to talk to customer care about it. But the thing that we've been talking about here, which is the MAGBucks, that's the solution that we've put in place for everyone. And under the circumstances of the challenges we were facing, like I'm not proud of some of the mistakes that frankly I made. I mean, I'm responsible for this as CEO. I've got to say, but I'm proud of the way the team and our followers, our supporters, our fans have rallied around here, Luann. It would be great if, Luann, you look for the email, go take a look at your MAGBucks, and see how that goes. And Matthew's just confirming, yeah, we're not doing pre-orders, other than if something is, like we're just waiting for it to come into stock. Like maybe it's being manufactured.
If it's being manufactured,
Yeah,
yes,
exactly. If it's at that stage, we may do that in the future. But anything that you order now is in stock and available to ship immediately. It might take 3, 4. If you're on the East Coast, it might take 5 or 6 days to arrive. But it's there and it's ready to go. We would love for you to spend your MAGBucks because God knows you.
Yeah. And real quick, I wanted to just for Luann, go to magfast.com/status. It has a lot of information on the products that were discontinued versus the products that are still shipping. And there's our original video that we did months ago explaining what's going on behind the scenes, explaining MAGBucks, explaining what happened with pre-orders. So I highly recommend going to magfast.com/status because that will be your best source of information for that.
Well,
Sean says he's in Canada. Cool, yeah, Sean.
That's follow-up information. Sean was saying something earlier on, I think.
Yeah, he said he hasn't received his email. So if you haven't received
he's in Canada, right? So email
takes longer to get to
can be a little slower up to Canada. Hey, listen. So I think the first thing is this is a scaled operation. We believe that we have sent out all of the emails, but because it's such a big operation, of course, it's possible. It's possible. It's unlikely, but it is possible that someone's email that wasn't sent. I think that's unlikely. Much more likely it went to spam. Much more likely, right?
Yep.
Please check all of your email. Check spam. Right. If you search on the word MAGBucks, it's not like searching for kind of I don't know. Like if you don't search for receipt, you'll get a million emails that come. If you search for MAGBucks, MAGBucks, there are not going to be very many emails about that. But you might be better off, like go to Google and do the search with Google search rather than, if you're like me and you use a different email client, it sometimes doesn't search as well. The only reason I'm saying please look carefully is because if you go to customer care about it, they will answer. We answer every single email as soon as we can get to it. But every time someone actually has their MAGBucks but sends in an email anyway, then that's delaying answering, kind of something that someone couldn't have solved for themselves. So if you can find it for yourself, that would just be terrific. If you genuinely can't, under all of the emails that you might have given us, then of course get in touch with customer care, hello@magfast.com, and we will get back to you as quickly as we can.
Yep. Okay. This was a lot longer and more informational than I thought it would be. So do you think we should, oh wait, I'm seeing more questions coming in.
Yeah, Luann's just saying she's moving soon. Where can she put in your new address?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, the truth is you put in your address at the time of shipping, right? Like we don't kind of need your address until it's time to ship.
Yeah.
Well, what does that mean? It means blah, blah, blah. Okay, now it's time, because the thing is that whenever we ship something, because we're just tidying up the last few pieces of pre-ordered items, and Kate, actually, you and I need to meet and talk about, because Kate's preparing some emails for folks on that. But we always get the shipping address at the time of shipping, right? So you don't need to go anywhere and give us your address now for something in the future, Luann. Just at the time that you are checking out, if it's a pre-order, if it's an order, if it's a new order, whatever it is, we will take the shipping address at that time, and you give us where you would like it.
Right. So, and if you got the Lux Pro cables, because those are the last pre-orders that we'll be shipping out, we're going to email you, hey, your Lux Pro cables are ready. Here, update your address here. So there won't be a point where we'll accidentally send something to the wrong address, because we will ask you to update it. So,
hey, I want to give a shout out. Thank you, Kate. I'm going to give a shout out to Robert, right, who couldn't find the email. He says he didn't receive it. Again, maybe it went to junk or whatever. Maybe, possibly, we made a mistake. Although I think it's unlikely, because if we've made a mistake, he wouldn't have been able to, as he says, thank you, Robert, logged in and see his MAGBucks. So the point is that they are in there. So it sounds to me like the database and Amanda did their job. The email went sideways, because the email sometimes goes sideways, but the bucks are right there. Okay, we're going to have to wrap it for now. I hope I hope that clarity exists amongst what you have just heard. Basically, very simple. You got an email. The email contains a link to the settlement page, but whether or not you can find the email, the email that we sent you, you can log in at store.magfast.com, log into your account in there, and your MAGBucks will be waiting for you if you're qualified. Thank you so much.